Grammy and Academy Award-winning singer-songwriter John Legend has joined forces with award-winning photographer Gillian Laub for his latest passion project, the HBO documentary Southern Rites, which explores the complex issues of racism and justice following a black man's murder by a white man. Take a look.
On January the 29th, 2011, my 22-year-old son was taken from me, and it has changed my life forever. The pain that seems to be growing more and more inside of me is unbearable at times. This man will never know what he has done to my family.
Very powerful. And joining us now is first-time filmmaker Gillian Laub and executive producer John Legend. And I have to say, watching this, so powerful. What drew you to this project? What made you have to tell these stories?
I felt like I needed to tell these stories. Justin was killed, and no one knew about it outside of the town, and I felt like I needed to tell this story.
So you've got three different stories. You've got the segregated prom. You also have the murder of a black man by an older white man, and then your third story was really tough.
Yeah, well, we watched a sheriff try to become, a police officer try to become the first black man to be the sheriff of the county. And you see him going through the election process. He gets death threats. All these things are happening to him as he's trying to achieve this milestone.
And yet, we watch through your lens what happens.
Yeah. I mean, on one hand, I was trying to tell the hopeful story because years ago, he couldn't even run. He was too scared. He got death threats. So the fact that he was running with such hope and such support from the community showed that we were making progress.
So John, how did you hear about the project, and why did you know that you needed to be a part of it?
Well, we feel so privileged to be a part of it. I have a production company called Get Lifted Film Company, and Gillian presented this concept to us and this idea for this film. And first of all, it was interesting just to hear about the fact that we had segregated proms in America in the 21st century. I thought that
it's really quite shocking.
This was truly a relic of the 50s and 60s, and this couldn't be possibly happening now. And so that was like the original hook that was, you know, piquing my interest and saying, we've got to learn more about this.
So what did you really walk away from this experience with, John?
That the legacy of separating us by racial difference is really strong, and it's really difficult for us to overcome, but I think it's something we can overcome.
It's bittersweet because on one hand, this town, there was change and there is hope, but you know, somebody in the film says we take one step forward and two steps back. So we've come a long way, but there's still a lot of work to be done.
John Legend, thank you. Gillian Laub,
thank you.
Best of luck. So powerful. The HBO documentary Southern Rites premiering on HBO next Monday.